Pat Martino is the greatest of all time. I love him because he taught me how to improvise without having to think about like a million scales. I feel like the Berkeley method of like learning every scale and learning all the different modes and learning the mode of the melodic and the harmonic, and you can actually improvise without knowing a million scales, and that's why I love Pat Martino. That's why he's the GOAT. He plays a lot of Dorian. Okay? He takes one scale and then he converts all the chords so it fits over that one scale. So imagine you have a G minor, you play a G minor Dorian, and then if you have a B flat major 7, you also play a G minor Dorian, and all of a sudden you got this B flat major 7 sharp 11 scale. So you kind of learn to convert all the different chords to a minor scale. The moment I learned that concept, I went from playing bad to playing good. Like it was literally like a day. It wasn't like I got like really good after a day, but it was like after one day I could hear that, wow, I actually sound more like bebop right now. Like I actually feel like this sounds more like music. So I went from like playing a scale to like playing more bebop oriented lines. My name is GuitArmin. I teach improvisation the simplified way, which just cuts all the BS out. Let's get into it. To play Dorian like Pat Martino, what you gotta realize is a G minor Dorian is the same as a C mixolydian. Usually what Berkeley says is like, you play C mixolydian, which is right. Like that's the scale you use over a C7. What Pat Martino says is, no, you play G minor Dorian over C7. And the thing is, it's the same scale. They all derive from the same parent scale, which is F major. The C mixolydian is the 5th mode of the major scale. Dorian is the 2nd mode, and the F is the 1 in this case. So that's like the major scale. If that feels like overwhelming for you, don't worry about that. All you gotta know is over a C7, you play G minor Dorian. What that does is immediately, instead of thinking like C running up and down, think G minor running up and down. All of a sudden, since your root note is something else, that means you already play the butter notes, okay? You already play the notes that make sense, the notes that make it sound music, because you're thinking of another key center. What he also does, which is so cool, is like having an E minor, he would play G major 7, okay? So E minor would just be a G major 7 arpeggio. So that's also what he does, which is so beautiful sound. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one line that he frequently uses over all the chords of Just Friends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it just up and down so you get the idea of the exercise, and then you're gonna see me like make my own thing with it, okay? So basically the line becomes a gateway to being creative with my own stuff, okay? So you're gonna see that fact that like, I'm going to play the line and then I'm going to do some other stuff. And that's when you start improvising. Okay? So here's me playing that line, that Pat Martino line over the first few chords of Just Friends. If you want to level up your playing, like I'm I'm like deadly serious when I say level up. Really recommend you get my pre-sale, and okay, it's gonna be a real detailed course. It's in the description below. It's a pre-sale right now, so it means it's cheaper. So if you want to support me, you want to get your playing to the next level, then I really recommend you getting that. And when you get more comfortable, you just add your own stuff to it, and voila, you kind of got yourself a great solo. Imagine you do that with another phrase. You just like convert it to so it fits with all chords, and then you do that, and like you will be so good in such a short amount of time if you do that. But also like take your time and really learn it so you don't stress it, because then, well, then you won't sound good. Being able to create those beautiful lines you always dreamed about is just you realizing you don't have to play over all the chords. That's the problem with people thinking you have to like play the changes, play the changes. I mean, that makes you think about all the chords as like an individual thing. That's not the case. That will make you sound very static and not good at all. So you want to think about them as families, okay? You want to think about them like as like multiple, like a family going by. So usually it's a 2-5-1, or usually the chords that are next to each other are linked. So you find those links, you find those family of phrases. That's what Pat Martino teaches us. Greatest benefit of learning to play like Pat Martino is the fact that you don't have to think as much when you're in the spirit of the moment and you have to improvise. So start converting to minor. Like, don't wait any longer, okay? Just start using this concept. Start using one phrase and apply it to all the chords, and then you will see yourself start to like sound good. I know it sounds weird. Like that's not what we're used to. We're used to sound bad because we just listen to what the school says about how to play, okay? Which is like, play a scale up and down. Learn that. Learn all the modes, and all of a sudden you will sound bebop. Well, no, that's not really how it works. I hope this feels simplified, because that's my goal of this channel, is to just simplify improvisation. Join my private community if you want seminars on Mondays. Other than that, I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Pat Martino is the GOAT. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.